Dino. Dino, can you hear me? Dino, can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
Dino, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
I will use the headphones and then hear even better.
Okay. Now you are in Buenos Aires, right?
I am.
What hotel are you in?
I am now in Alexander's premises or office, but I am staying in a nice hotel which is 5 minutes away from here.
Oh, okay.
Lafayette, it's called.
So
Nice.
far, it is you and I. Okay, it still says 8 minutes. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Okay.
Let me see if this is better if I use the headphones. Is it better or worse?
Your voice still seems to be the same.
Okay.
You do not have the super fancy Yeti microphone, right?
No, I have a kind of a super fancy microphone here, but I'm not using it now. I can plug it in. Shall I plug it in?
Sure, since we have time, people have not yet arrived.
This is the travel version, but it's still pretty fancy.
Isn't that still a Yeti?
No, it's not. This is something else. It's called, what is it called? Something or other.
What? It says 7 minutes now.
Where are you, Sam?
I am in my apartment. This is probably the last, I don't know, 5-6 days I'm in my apartment. The movers come in a few days, and then I start driving on Monday to go to Washington.
Wow.
So this is my last Collaborology call in this apartment. Actually, next week, I'm going to have to announce this. Next week, I will not be able to host this Collaborology call. That's the day I'm supposed to move into my new place. So internet will not be installed yet. I'm having it installed that day, and the movers are arriving. So there will be a lot of chaos.
All right. Do you hear me better now? I'm wondering if I'm using...
I hear you great. Yeah.
Am I using my fancy microphone or the headphones microphone? Let me see. Sound. Okay, now it should be better. Now I'm using the Samsung.
Curiously, we are at 8 minutes after the hour. And I know I did a poor job communicating since the last call. Did you get a couple of emails from me, by the way? You should have gotten about 2 or 3 emails from me just this morning, just today.
I don't know. I wasn't reading my email. Or, yeah. So, if nobody shows up at 10 past, shall we do it anyway? Or what do you feel?
If that's the case, why don't you and I just turn it into a call to prepare for our later call today?
Let's do that. That's excellent.
Yeah. So let's wait 2 more minutes, see if anybody arrives. And if not,
It would suit me because I didn't prepare my lectures for today. You know, I kind of prioritized Sam, saying, okay, let's support collaborology in Sam and risk the lectures. But it would be nice to have a bit of time to prepare the lectures because.
Okay, so I just let people know that we're going to repurpose this time if no other Collaborology Explorers arrive by 10 after.
Mm-hmm.
And according to my time, it's 9 after right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm going to write another announcement saying I cannot host this call. Okay, it's 10 after. Shall we make the call?
Yes, let's.
Okay, so we are officially repurposing this call from a Collaborology call to a preparation for later calls. So let me announce that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just said now that it's 10 after, Dino and I will use this time to prepare for a COI call later today. Let's have our next Collaborology call 2 weeks from today. Thank you. Okay, now we're in a Collaborology call. We're out of the Collaborology call, Dino. We're now talking about what's going on later today.
Yes.
Just to confirm my understanding, it's about 6 hours from now, right?
Yes, sir. 6
Yeah,
hours.
that's much better without that super bright background.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dino, so what is the name of this session and who's attending and what have they heard and what do they expect?
Yes. So how much are you aware of what's going on here generally?
I just know that you're there launching the PhD program in systemic leadership, systemic innovation, systemic leadership, etc. So that's what I know.
It's in Spanish, it's leadership for systemic innovation.
Okay. By the way, I just saw something here. Can you tolerate me for 30 seconds here? I'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Gail was getting an Uber, and I wanted to make sure she got in the Uber.
Okay, tell her hello for me.
She's gone already.
When she comes back.
Okay. I've been taking her every 2 weeks to the clinic, but due to some of these issues that we've been having, she now has to go in every day, so it's gotten a lot more expensive.
Oh. She goes alone.
What?
She goes alone.
No, normally I drive her, which is very time consuming on my part. But today, since I have this call, I couldn't do that. So I had to arrange an Uber for her.
Oh. Okay, that's it.
Is there Uber in Norway?
Yes. No, actually, no. I don't think so.
Is there a similar service like Lyft?
No, I think it's mostly just taxi.
Okay.
They're pretty strong mafia, so they won't allow such things.
Okay, Dino. Okay, so sorry to interrupt with that little distraction here. So I was just asking, who is it? What have they heard? What do they think they're going to hear, etc.
Right. So let's slow down a little bit for 5 minutes. It's important to understand the setting, right?
Okay.
What is really going on? So our mission, as you surely remember, is to bootstrap the theory and praxis and ethos of systemic innovation for the benefit of all.
Yes.
And so this course is called Leadership for Systemic Innovation. Not course, it's a PhD program. It's a PhD program in Leadership for Systemic Innovation. Okay. Or Leadership and Systemic Innovation. Alexander translates it that way. And this is Institute of Buenos Aires Institute of Technology. So,
hey, Frode, just FYI, this is no longer a Collaborology call.
Okay.
So we're talking about it later. Dino wants me on in about 6 hours.
But why nothing mentioned on Skype?
It was. It's in the Collaborology group. Aren't you in a Collaborology group?
Collaborology Explorer? No, nothing.
Yes, there should be. What's the last thing you see on that group?
I saw, thank you, Sam, for sharing the call on Thursday. But I just clicked on an old link and it happened to work, but okay. Anyway, what are you guys talking about?
There's a session in Argentina that's happening in 6 hours that I've been invited to participate in. Dina, are you not getting my Skype deliveries?
I'll take a look.
Well, wait a minute. I'm getting Sarah. Sarah responded to me at 6:11. So, Frode, I think it's on your end.
Well, I did actually say to you that I would be here today. And you said great. And then I haven't, then I was asking quite a few times. So I guess you didn't see those messages.
I didn't see those messages. So I think those breakdown in communications. We did wait until 10 after the hour. Maybe that was not long enough.
All right. Anyway, yeah, I'll listen into your conversation then.
Okay.
That's great because this is relevant very much for amigos.
Okay. So, Dino, you were talking about the leadership and systemic innovation focus of this program.
This is the name of the program. And so the first thing that I want to share is that this is a milestone in our own process, in the Amigos process. We're putting systemic innovation on the academic map.
Yeah, so I'm really, really curious to see how it's launching and what the different areas of focus might be and how this whole thing is going to evolve, and especially how the different topics and threads of conversation that used to happen in the Amigos could potentially become part of this PhD program. So I'm assuming that that's what the COI discussion could be.
Yes. Excellent. So I'm teaching the first module. Alexander and I together, right? So we dance together. But I'm officially in charge of the first module, which is called the development of systemic innovation on the frontier of 21st century science.
So is that yesterday, or is that today, or is that something else?
No, this is a module. So it's a course. It's not a lecture.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm teaching this 3 days, and the students are with me for another month, and then they focus on other things. With me online, obviously. I leave Buenos Aires on Sunday.
And all your lectures are in English?
In English, but they mostly speak in Spanish. Alexander teaches in Spanish.
Okay.
But guest lecturers are perfectly, of course, fine to speak English. Okay, and I have woven DAG very much into the whole program, into the whole course. DAG is very much part of the course from the beginning to the end. I start with DAG.
Okay.
Okay. Next course, tomorrow and after tomorrow, Alexander and I are together teaching collective intelligence. And this will be also very much the collective mind paradigm and still focusing on DAG and so on. And I'm saying this because obviously we're preparing something which can be exported in all kinds of places. Are you with me? It's important to have a precedent.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I'm still trying to see how it connects to what I need to do for you.
Right, right. I'm getting there. So another thing you want to know is that David prepared also a beautiful debate graph thingy for the whole course, which includes both people's personal pages and so it's kind of a community map for the course. Actually, if I think for the whole program, which he will be introducing on Friday. So I'm saying these things because it's an Amigos event. It's not just Alexander and Dina.
Okay.
I'm sorry we didn't include Frude, but hopefully next time we will find a way. Everything is obviously ad hoc. We're improvising, we're creating this thing on the fly. Okay, and so the flow of the 3 days. The first day, it was a kind of a general introduction. The second day was Knowledge Federation. So the first day I was talking also about Dag and Jansch and all kinds of founding fathers and people who saw the need.
Monday or was that Tuesday?
Monday.
Okay.
Tuesday, the focus was pretty much on Knowledge Federation and Knowledge Federation modules, Knowledge Federation prototypes, as showcases of what systemic innovation might mean and what.
So, Dino, were those sessions recorded?
Yes, everything is recorded.
Are they online?
I have recording. They can be online in zero time because they are on my Dropbox. I didn't put them officially online, but yeah, I can give you links.
That would be great.
Mm-hmm. And the third day is about shifting the paradigm. And shifting the paradigm here means it's the challenge of both working. So it's essentially the social system part, or the human system part. And it's both working with the psychology of people and working with the alignment. You have been introduced on day 1 and on day 2, so everybody knows about you, right? Everybody knows about the program for the future, that you're the leader of the program for the future, and so your biography has been shared and video clip. We speak about that, right? So the terrain is prepared for you to step in and talk with the people. And what I think you might do is essentially talk to the guys for 10 minutes and then present the community of impact or introduce the community of impact and present the community of impact slides and have a 5-minute more conversation and finish all together maybe half an hour or so, whatever.
Wait, so the whole session is how long?
Let me see. We're talking about 4 o'clock, right? Argentinian. No. The time difference is 4 hours between us.
Yes.
And so if you're talking about 4 hours from now, right?
No, it's 6 hours.
6 hours.
Right?
6 hours from now. Yeah, 6 hours from now, that's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Argentinian time. We end at 5:30, just about.
Okay, so it's 90 minutes.
No, but I mean, if you use half an hour, that's perfectly fine. We have lots of things to present.
All right.
But I'm not going to put any kind of hard limits on you. But we can aim for half an hour. If it ends up being an hour, that's okay.
Well, I'm probably likely to use the presentation you and I and David put together.
I know, yes. So how much do you need? How much time do you need for it?
I would say a half hour is tight, but let's try for 40 minutes. So.
Okay, but then with the conversations and things, this will take 1 hour altogether, right?
I was thinking with conversations, ideally it takes about 45 minutes, but we'll try.
Okay, let's say for 45 minutes and see what happens.
Okay.
Very good. And I think that's fairly clear altogether, right?
And do they know David? Has David also been introduced in the program?
Not physically. They will meet David on Friday, but I have talked about David and you.
I mean, if they're all over a debate graph, it seems like they would have reason to know about David already. No,
they know about David already, but they don't. They haven't seen the debate graph yet. This will happen on Friday.
Oh, okay, all right. Just curiously, since Froda's here, have they heard about the future of text?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But I will introduce the future of text today. Today is because I'm presenting the Polyscopy platform and the text design and all that.
Yeah, I think it's very important to make sure these sessions are recorded because I want to see how they internalize or understand the Polyscopy discussion.
That will be visible. We have 1 month to interact on the web, and I don't know the details, so we'll see. Polyscopy is the theme today, and it will be a challenge, I guess. But we'll see how it works.
So just a matter of protocol. Does Alexander and do you guys wear suits when you guys go to these courses to lecture?
No, I wore not suit, but I had a bow tie and things. Let me see. Sam, yeah. Sam, would it be suitable for you to do this a little bit later?
Like what time?
Let's say 15 to, so 45 minutes more, right?
So in other words, you do something for the first 45 minutes and then I take the last 45 minutes?
Yeah, the point is that if you, I have this presentation of Polyscopy, which will take a bit of time. And the way it is now, you will be cutting it into half because we do first something else.
Okay.
Would it be okay for you? So
whatever you want, Dino.
Okay, perfecto. So let's aim. Let me think for a sec.
My first reaction, though, Dino, is that 45 minutes is probably not enough for Polyscopy.
No. That's what I'm saying. So Polyscopy will have more time. I'm just thinking 3 times 4:30. How is 15 to 5? So that means 4 hours minus 15 to 1 for you. 45 minutes.
Yeah, I can figure that out. Yeah. So why don't I just join you at the start of the session and listen to the Polyscopy call and be ready to go when you're ready to make that shift.
Okay, but Polyscopy will last for a while.
45 minutes, you said, right?
No. It's probably now an hour and a half, 2 hours. It is.
So you're starting before the appointed time that we had.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't I just join you at noon my time, which is somewhere in the middle of your Polyscopy call? Actually, how do I join? Are you using Zoom? Are you using Skype or something else?
I don't know. They have some kind of setup, which is in the middle of the room. I'm not sure what exactly will be used, but we'll figure it out. I have prepared my own thing to connect you, so this is why this microphone is there and things. But
so am I just joining by voice and not by video?
No, video. You will be seeing the people in the room, listening to people in the room. Everything is set up. They have a special computer for this.
Okay. Well, just as you can see, I believe that Zoom is more successful than Skype, so that's what I would prefer.
Of course, but my understanding is that they have their own thing. If not, you can use Zoom and record. I think that would be great.
Okay.
Here is a man you might remember.
Dr. Laszlo, how are you?
He hears you.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, he hears me.
He hears me.
Are you in Alexander's office?
I don't hear him.
I'm right. Oh, yes.
Are you in Alexander's office?
No. We're in a little conference room on the same floor where my office is. My office is down the hall.
Yeah, I was thinking your office is probably not big enough to accommodate those two brains.
Yeah. This man. There's no easy comeback for that.
Okay.
Are you in Seattle?
I am not yet. I start driving on Monday, and I take my my new keys. I get my new keys on Wednesday. So a week from today. That's why a week from today I cannot host this call.
Got it. Okay. Ivan said you saw Ivan saying that he's going to come next week, but I guess that then he'll need to do something about that.
Yeah, I've been sending things on Skype, and Frode says he's not seeing it. Dino, are you seeing my
Yeah, I see them, yes.
I see the Skype stuff as well. I saw it when I was on the train. The question is, by the way, so Frode is with us? He's just...
Frode is there, but not visible.
Got it. Okay. Frode is with us. All right.
So Alexander, we waited till about 10 after, and then we started talking about the conversation that's going to take place 6 hours from now.
Right.
So
I just want to make sure it's also good use of Frode's time, because that might be...
It's probably not a good use of Frode's time, but I guess that was a problem.
Let's figure this out. I also need to figure out how we're going to get set up. I just walked in the door quite literally. And the question is, I could probably just go to my computer and get myself on a screen, unless Dino and I share a screen here, but it might be more comfortable if I'm at my own computer. What do you think?
No, we're okay here, but we're basically done. There's nothing more to say.
So if we're done with the COI prep call, do you want to do a collaborology discussion now since Frode is here? Or do you guys just want to focus on your session later today?
All of the above.
All of you, I have to prepare my lecture, as I said. So for me, time off would be valuable. But if you want to present the collaborology thingy, I'll join you.
I suggest that we...
But I know that there are a lot of people missing. So if we want to talk about collaborology, let me ask the following 3 questions. Number 1, yeah. I was obviously late in following up on my action items. I didn't get to them until about 2 hours ago. So I did do my action items, but not in any time frame suitable for you to respond. So what I sent around was a link to my terms and concepts page and invited people to join on 4 or 5 different terms. And those terms were basically what I thought the most important. They were alignment, team, collaborology, and community. I just highlighted those 4 terms. Obviously, there are 300 other terms, but I just highlighted those and asked people to take a shot at those definitions. That's number 1. Number 2, I created a contacts page for those of us in the Collaborology Explorers group. And I copied over the stuff from the Knowledge Federation contacts page for 3 of us. That's Dino, Frode, and myself. But I did not copy the rest. Alexander, sorry, I didn't get around to you, so, you know, yes.
Fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, Sam, I'm not pissed off, okay? I'm not fucking pissed off.
I feel that you are fucking pissed off, okay?
I'm working on this, but I'm working on it and working on it now. I'll add something.
Okay, so that was item number 2. Frodo's actually in there twice. Frodo, you've got Liquid and you've also got another contacts connection there. So yes, you know, Alexander 0, Frodo 2, okay? That's the score. And then the 3rd item was I sent around the notes that we took from last week. So I just sent around the image of all the topics that I had been notating as we went through the call last week. And so that's what I sent around. I only sent it around about a half hour before the call, so I admit, you know, my culpability there. Clearly, this is a case study and where collaboration breaks down, and my ineptness at collaborology itself. So that's where I was. And I don't expect anyone to have gotten around to those emails and action items, although Ivan did. Ivan did add something to a term and concept. So he was quick on the draw. So that's what I wanted to add, and just to remind people, since I think that, you know, launching into another whole segment or module of collaborology, I mean, most of you have already heard it, you know, on this particular session, and those that have not heard it, I think would then just be seeing a recording. So I would prefer to do that 2 weeks from now.
Let's do 2 weeks from now. That's perfect.
Yeah. So other than that, if you guys have anything to follow up on from last week or any of these particular action items, now that you actually see the email, I'm open to be in response mode or reaction mode. I definitely could. I mean, I'm prepared to go into another whole module of collaborology, but like I say, I think it's more effective if we have the larger group here.
That will work for me too, because I'm intensely preparing these lectures and things. You know, it's the first time, and we want to put the ideas together. So if I spend lots of time thinking about it, it's almost painful to be pulled out into something, into another context.
Okay, so let me let you guys release yourselves from that. I'll plan on joining you about 5.5 hours from now. Okay.
So the plan is to meet at 15 to 5 with Sam and have
1:45.
No,
15 to 5. I'm sorry. 4:45.
4:45.
I'm good with that. Another question about numbers, and then I have 2 comments. I'm filling in my telephone number here, and as soon as I put it in, adds and subtracts all the pluses and the dashes and gives me a number. So I need to put a hyphen at the beginning?
Put a single quote, and then you can put the numerics in there, and they won't actually compute.
That's it. That's what I thought. A single quote at the beginning.
Basically, not a double.
That's it.
An apostrophe.
That's what I'm kind of remembering, but not very well, obviously. So now,
there
it is. Okay.
Thank
good. And then the other two things I want to mention here also for Frode is to make use of this time together. Yes, it'll be good. We have things on our plate for today and for the rest of the week, Dino and I, here with regard to our focus on collective intelligence and all the things that we're doing with the doctoral students. However, in regard to collaborology, and given that there are only, 4 of us here right now,
yes,
if there are any kind of key, punctual, timely issues or concerns that we could and should address as a petit comité, just the 4 of us, this is something that's top of mind or something we should at least have in mind. Maybe we can do that if it's focused and good to do now and not wait, then we can do that. Otherwise, if there's something that relates more to anything that we're doing that we can bring into this conversation, then, but it sounds like you already wrapped that part up for, yeah, that's good. Okay, you'll catch me out.
There's only one meta conversation. That is this underlying current always of the 8 artifacts to create a team. Like, for example, we now have a definitions page that's been shared. We have a contacts page that's been shared, but there's 6 other artifacts, including calendars, including group memory, including how you track action, blah, 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 blah. That I think is probably overkill to introduce all at once to people, because then they're going to say, I got to learn 6 different new tools, and why are we doing this, blah, blah, blah. So I would like to at least highlight the fact that, last week we identified 2. I sent around 2. I think there's probably reason to talk about the other artifacts, but I don't want to do it too quickly and too prescriptively. But I do think that the sooner we get to them, the sooner the team actually takes shape and starts actually really collaborating. Because right now I just feel like a talking head, and most people are just listening to me right now. That's not real collaboration. I want to really get into real collaboration. But until we figure out what we're all about and how we agree to interact with each other, we were always having these team formation kind of discussions. Yeah. Anyway, I'd like to cut through them with these artifacts, but I also want to do it in a kind of a graceful, elegant way as opposed to an elephant kind of a way. So I'm seeking assistance in how we do that.
And can I ask just, when you want, well, for example, looking at the terms and concepts, if I'm going to want to add something or make my comment, you want to, in comment form, attach to
I would like you to add a new line. In fact,
add a new line.
Add a new line with the exact same term.
I see how it's done. I see that.
Write an alternate, and then put your initials in the source column.
Got it.
That would be great, because I don't want some aspects of the contribution to be more hidden than others. I want everything to be first class.
Right. I'll add my new line above the others. Right. That's good.
That's good. Add it twice, okay, since you were gone from the contacts page.
At the top and at the bottom. I'll do both. Yeah.
Redundantly, okay? So if we get rid of one, the other one's still there.
Still there.
Okay.
Okay, I was thinking that now that you are in the class, you might as well say a few words about collaborology also, if you want, and then move into the community of impact.
I can mention it, certainly, but I don't want to take away emphasis from what you had already prepared them for.
No, you see, I mean, what do you think? Collaborology or just move straight into the community of impact?
I think by way of introduction and context, it can provide a rich. Hola, Alberto. It can provide a rich picture to be able to show a little bit of that additional component, so that they will know if they want to, kind of like a hook, a gentle hook, not a problematic hook, so that they can know that they can come to talk to you more about that should they like. I don't mean that you're going to get people breathing down your neck all the time and bothering you, but I'm saying that should there be some specific follow-up with regard to collaborology where they want to find more information or bring it into their research or their writing, then they know that there's someone to whom they can turn.
That would be awesome if they even think it's worthwhile for them to actually get interested in this. So I actually think that's great. By the way, I'm assuming that I'll have about 30 or 60 seconds to give a little bio on which I can touch on some of these things, and along the Engelbart arc, sort of place myself sort of at the 3.6% side.
I think it's great. They actually heard you speak about 3.6% on the video, but I think it's very nice if you do it, mention it again, or
I'll do it in 10 seconds. Okay, great.
To begin with, yeah, of course.
Yeah, we did present you. I mean, in several points, we have you're both. In several points, you're up there, and there's one video of you as well that we have.
You are a celebrity of the course. You're a VIP.
So they know that you're there. But the thing is, I think it would still be good for you to. Yeah, it's good presentation style to say, hi, this is me.
Yeah.
What I bring. Yeah.
And Dino said he wears a bow tie, so I'm going to have to go find something appropriate to wear.
Yeah, well, I'm wearing this, so hey.
Okay, good. I feel better. But this is Pismo Beach, so I'll probably find something else than this to wear.
That might be more esoteric than people here will be able to handle.
How about my tie-dye T-shirt?
But you know, your beer, I think, works better than a bow tie, so you're okay. Dresses you up all the way.
What are we discussing? We're discussing the course here. We're discussing the course that is exactly here in Argentina, that Sam is going to give a little intervention, I mean a good one, hopefully, by Skype about community of impact.
Okay, then I think I understand my contribution. I understand how to introduce myself. We've already made the announcement that the next Collaborology call is 2 weeks from today, so there will not be a Collaborology call a week from today, unless one of you decides to host it. You know, that's actually quite fine, and then I'll just listen to it afterward.
No, for me it's huge because I have my whole family visiting next week, so it'll suit perfectly not to have a call. I will actually skip also the Thursday call next week, and then we can pick it up.
And you are also not having a Thursday call this week, right?
No Thursday call.
Okay. All right, then I think I understand, and I think we are at least done with the checklist of items that I've got.
Let me just mention one thing. You probably don't know this, but just for my own sake, I just want to mention that, again, apologies since I arrived late. I rove? Past tense of arrived? I rove?
Arrived.
I roved.
You have arrived.
Yes, we'll be riveted. One of the things we're going to, and I'll be talking to Dino about this afterwards also, one of the things we need to do now to move the class forward is kind of a request that we make it more interactive. Having you and all of that is going to make it more interactive. You, of course, have the chance to do the full presentation, but just the fact that we're doing more than just be us, that's what's part of the interactivity involved, getting other people to interact with the students. They would like to have more than just our slides and presentations and talk and lecture. I'm going to be talking with you a little bit about that, but to get a sense of how does this exist in the world. So having you share this with them, what is this particularly is both the combination. Right now we're kind of the forefront of the dialogue is about systemic innovation, and tying directly into that collective intelligence, need for that, and the need for kind of systemic perspective for that to inhere. But the idea of having to create these living exemplars, these prototypes of sort of rhizomic collective intelligence systems, then that's part of what we want to be talking about. And for the sake of what? Where there comes the community of impact, very important, because impact is in the term. And I think that's also going to be helpful for people to see it's not just innovation for innovation's sake. And that's a huge component of what we're trying to communicate as well, because much of what they do at the university here is they're trying to just create new technologies, but not necessarily for the sake of making a better world, but for the sake because here's a market opportunity or here's something that can be developed technically or so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, let me add that it remains as a major challenge, obviously, from after DAG and after all our prototypes to the impact remains the challenge. This is how I introduced this amigos conversations and suggest. And so, in my mind, this is the Henry Ford challenge, right? How to align different sectors, their innovation, so that a large-scale systemic innovation can happen, right? Or paradigmatic shift. Today, the paradigmatic shift is the theme. So your talk will fit perfectly. It's just a matter of weaving it into the theme by basically pointing out, first of all, the challenge, and then how we deal with the challenge by the community of impact tools and practices.
Yeah, I certainly aspire to that. I hope they will get a sense, as you've probably already created the proper context, that this is kind of early seminal work. The COI is a handful of us right now, ideally, and it needs to figure out how to grow, just like all the other systemic innovations that we are discussing.
Dino spent a great amount of time yesterday exactly on the need for prototyping and on what a prototype is and how we are doing that in different parts, and mentioning this exactly as an example of a prototype effort. So absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sensing that when it comes to scaling community of impact, that the Protopia Labs will be a wonderful medium.
That's great.
I think that would be just what I think.
You might want to, here's a little request, if you can, aside from mentioning that, because we will be now meeting also with the Protopia people on Friday, right?
Yes.
So we'll be plugging in with them on Friday with the class also, so they'll be getting in touch with Ivan and Pavel, and a few others I think will be on that. And so they'll get a chance to sort of think or hear about the Protopia Labs. Connecting it to that is great, if you can mention that, and also sort of in a sideways or backwards look to the World Evolution Learning Tribes, the WELL tribes, because they have articles on that, and that way
I'll
they
do
can maybe
both. I'll do both. Absolutely, definitely. By the way, since you mentioned that those will be done, Dino, I know you said you recorded Monday and Tuesday. I don't know if Alexander, you're planning on making all of this content publicly available, but rather than just me kind of popping in this Wednesday and then disappearing, it'd obviously be very good if, let's say Friday when Ivan and others are there, I would love to be, auditing the course at that time as well, if at all logistically possible. Either in real time.
You can be part of that. Why shouldn't we be
part of it? Of course.
You can be a full part.
Full part, and
part of the conversation. I mean,
all I'm saying is that you've got a community now of students. You've got a large collection of very relevant topics that those of us that came into this Amigos community are clearly interested in. And so in whatever way we can deliver or even extract value, that would also be very nice to discuss.
So I think it's an open invitation. It's an open invitation for especially the Friday call with the Protopia Lab. Protopia Lab is an open source engagement. So whoever is able to make that call will be in the call. It's the way the Protopia Lab conversations are going.
Okay.
If you can be in that call, great. And I want to mention two other things about this. First of all, we've introduced and spent time on on David Price, who's going to also be giving a Friday presentation. He's done a lot of work to develop a debate graph dedicated to what we're doing here. It's like amazing what he did. He created a whole debate graph with structures. And it might be nice for the students, by the way, to see how the Collaborology looks, because they're going to then see debate graph and they're going to get a chance to see these different tools. I think that could be very helpful, by the way.
Yes.
To see but I want to mention that they've seen, and we've talked about David. They're going to meet him. They've seen and talked about you, and they've seen and talked about Frode. And they've seen your picture. We've talked about you and the work that you do as well, Frode. And they understand how what it is that each of us are doing fits into the. Maybe they don't have the specifics, but they understand that this is a collaborative and collective engagement. So, Frode, by all means, you are already known to the people in the class, both in terms of who you are, just your image, because we have a picture of you there, and your work. So, if you would like to be join us on the Friday call as well, by all means, this would be very enriching.
Right, Frode, I remember now. I forgot that we actually introduced you in the course.
We introduced you as well.
Which Friday are you talking about?
This Friday.
2 days from now.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to at least be lurking on the call to kind of get an ambient sense of what's going on here.
Right. So to follow up on that, Alexander, what is the logistics of the remote participation? Is it a Zoom? Is it a Skype? Is it a phone call? How are we doing that?
Now we will decide.
No, the thing is that they made a setup for us, and there is a special computer, and I haven't really looked into what kind of software it has and things, but we need to look at that now.
I think we should just use Zoom, though. I mean,
then we have to download probably something or other.
Yeah, we download Zoom.
But then we limit it to 45 minutes unless you pay Zoom. So it's.
Oh, right. But then somebody was. I mean, it would be good if somebody else started the call. We don't have. Neither of us have the Zoom.
I have a Zoom account.
Right, you do.
So I can start, or I could give you the password and the username, and then you could do it either way.
Maybe that's the way.
Maybe that's the way. But the thing is, I'm not sure. Actually, we're actually going to be Friday. It's the Protopia Lab meeting, and I think Ivan is going to be instigating that call. Does he have? He uses Zoom.
He uses Zoom. I think or something or other. They use GoToMeeting. They use GoToMeeting. But the tricky part is recording. We want to record all this stuff.
Now, if I use Zoom here, I can record, but you are starting the session from your place.
Yeah, but you record. You take care of the recording, please.
No, but he could start. I mean, he could start.
You can start the session also.
Let's do this. Let's do this. At some time where you want me to join, you put on Skype, some indication at what time you want me to join. And at that time, I will start a Zoom session and I'll give you a link and you can then join that session. And I will already be recording if you like to do it that way.
I know you got tons, but tell me if this is appropriate, because you may not have the moment for this, given all that you're doing in transition. We are obviously ourselves here also with a lot on our plate, but ideally there would be some coordination with Ivan to say, hey, okay, so we're thinking of using Zoom. Would you like to use Zoom, or how can just some coordination, because he's the one who's actually hosting that meeting. And
sorry. I was talking about today.
Oh,
today, yeah.
I was talking about Friday.
Today. No, Friday I could do this Friday as well. I didn't want to take over the Friday meeting, not at all. I was not talking about that.
Oh, I got it. I
was talking about today and how we actually do that, and you were still in transition about what to decide, and I was just offering a solution.
Remember, I may be stupid, but I'm not slow. Yeah.
I'm trying to parse that and trying to map that. Okay, hang on one second.
Like I said that once at a conference. I said it at one at ITBA, and Regina Rowland was standing next to me, and she was very serious. She heard me say that. She said, "No, he's very slow." Thanks, Regina. Thanks.
Okay, try pulling that at ISSS, Alexander. Okay, so anyway, I'm still open to whatever you guys want to do. This is at least one default solution for today.
Let's take it one step at a time. Today, Zoom, you start the session.
We'll send you a little
and you record.
You ping me, I start the session, you join the link, I'm recording, right?
Perfecto, yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Except that I don't know how
we'll
connect.
We'll get Zoom. We'll get Zoom
on that thing.
But you know what? You can use our machine. Why don't we use our machine?
Because that thing is linked to the microphones and it's a whole setup, and it has a camera that is pointing to the room. Everything is set up. So if we can't use that thing, let's use it. Otherwise,
No.
This is the auxiliary parachute, and I have it already with the good microphone. And
right.
So if nothing else works, we do this one. But let's try to use that.
Just FYI, how many people are in the room? How many students are actually part of this session?
We will have, they're going to be probably there will be 20 students for sure. There are 22 altogether. I know a couple of them are not going to be able to be in attendance. So we're going to have 20 students. You're going to have
a couple of us.
Yeah. So we'll talk, I'd say between 20 and 25. And that's probably right.
All right, then afterwards, I usually, as a matter of course, post it up to YouTube. I can also make the raw file available to you if you like.
YouTube is good.
YouTube is good also, partly because this way, what we're doing is we're showing what we normally do and how we use collaborative space and technology to support our engagements. And this is why, Frode, by the way, the work that you are doing, Future Text and all of that framing, is very, very relevant and significant, because the question is, how do we share, link, and collaborate on projects both synchronously and asynchronously? isosynchronously and asynchronously.
Okay. All right, then I think I know the protocol for today, and I'll have to wear something appropriate and go.
Yeah, but don't be too formal. I'm on my t-shirt. Remember, hey, come on, just let me know. I mean, like he's doing you doing the bow tie?
He's doing a bow tie.
No, I'm like this. No, I know. I did the bow tie the first day, but that was a little bit of a joke.
Yeah. I had a turtleneck the first night.
However,
well, then I have to do something special on the first appearance, okay?
Okay.
Right, but I don't think that anybody can penetrate past your beard. So,
right.
Almost anything you wear.
Alexander's got one.
Yeah, but mine's just a little tuft. I mean, you got a beard, man. You got a beard.
Yes.
I have
He's the wise man on the mountain.
I have a tuft. That's right. That's a different thing. Yours waggles in the wind. Mine doesn't do any waggling.
Shall I loosen my hair?
Yeah, shake it every now and then in slow motion.
Oh.
Yeah, in slow motion, you have to do this kind of stuff here. Yeah, there you go.
No, I'll have this bundled up, okay? So they don't see.
It works better, yes.
I'll be a king.
Perfect.
It's good. You could have it. You could do the ring issue, and have it over the front of your face, all your hair, and then we can't see your. Yeah, that's it. I think it would be a very good presentation.
Perfect.
Now we're going to talk about collaboration. Now we're going to talk about scaling. Now we're talking about making an impact.
Exactly.
Talk about Silicon Valley nerds.
That's right.
Here's one.
You need the right music in the background.
It has some heavy metal stuff going.
I need to bring a knife. Okay, all right.
That's right.
All right, this has gone too far. We've probably wasted enough of Frodo's time here.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think we're good though, right?
I think we're
great.
Tell me whatever you want me to join. I'll set up the Zoom call. You will join the Zoom call. I'll be recording. That's all I need to know.
We're going to go download Zoom onto the machine.
Excellent.
We're going to be in a U.
Okay.
Students. Okay?
All right.
So some of them are going to be far away from you because...
I'll be in a small, different conference room. It won't be this background, okay?
Okay.
May I suggest maybe, Sam, that you don't wear a penitentiary shirt with your hair like that? You may be scaring the students.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'll have to have bars and a number, right?
When you lean forward, it's all orange and scary hair. I'm expected to be murdered any moment now.
Yeah, I think you could wear some like your MMA belt or something like that. Some kind of mixed martial arts.
My Tai Chi outfit. Is that what you want?
Yeah, no. Either I would do more like mixed martial arts. Blood Quest.
My wrestling singlet. You mean?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, more blood quest sort of thing. Yeah.
No, that way when you introduce Frodo, he's gonna have 50-pound little barbells, one in each arm.
That's right.
I think that I don't know what pounds are, so I shouldn't say anything.
This is pound. Sorry.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Good to talk. I gotta go now. And what time is this thing on Friday?
It is right. It is 15 to 5. Friday thing. No, Friday thing is 3 o'clock our time. That's minus 4 o'clock your time. So that is 11 o'clock in the morning.
Is it on Skype?
No, wait. What is in London? So you're only off by 1 hour, right?
No, he is off by 4 hours from us. London is 4 hours.
Argentina is in one continent. Europe is another.
That's right. You're not in Norway anymore. Sorry, my problem.
Right. So did you say 11 a.m.?
11 a.m. Yes.
Okay, and that's Skype, not Zoom, or will it be Skype?
I believe David will be Skyping and sharing screen.
I thought we were talking about the Protopia stuff with Ivan.
By the way, for your...
No, I'm talking about Friday.
Because I think that's just David.
That's just David.
That's just David.
No,
so we're talking about we want to get the...
Protopia, sorry. When is the Protopia?
That's something I'm checking.
Sorry.
So we're dealing with the Ivan, Protopia. Here we are. Freaking hell. Let me find it.
Hey, by the way, when you do, there is a shared Google Calendar that we could actually use, because that will then take care of all the time zone shifts, so we don't have to do all this calculation.
That's true. That would help.
Yes, we should do that.
Okay, so here, where the hell is this? Okay, so it's just a document. Why do we get anything says when the hell we're meeting. Okay, so give me a second. I have to go to the proper folder and I'll find the damn thing.
Why don't you just send it? Send it in email. Also send it in Skype.
I could do that. I'm going to do this anyway. You guys are going to talk about something else for a moment. What do you have to tell them?
Hello.
We have 2 minutes until the top of the hour, in which case we actually are at the end of our scheduled time, and we've now completely wasted a whole hour of Foda's time.
Yeah, well, that's great.
For your thing later today, you may want to mention that today is Magna Carta Day. Maybe a fun way to start.
King John butchered all those Magna Carta authors, didn't he?
Okay, but we'll deal with this through email. It's not necessary to deal with it now. Let's share the email with Ivan's staff later today.
All right, very good. Gotta go. Bye, everybody.
Okay, gentlemen, ciao. Thanks.